In the last episode, we were invited on a sailing festival in João Pessoa. We visited Pipa, a beautiful place where mostly Brazilians go. And after that we were sailing to the most beautiful island of Brazil, Fernando de Noronha. We started with a lot of wind and a big depression just came over, and furthermore we had pretty good weather.
Pensar em tudo que está ao redor. É tanto amor, é como um mar sem fim. Se fecho os olhos, só consigo ver o sol brilhando nessa noite escura.
All restaurants in the port are closed today, Sunday, so we go to the next village.
Ouvindo a voz que vem do coração. Nunca digo não. Só digo sim a essa voz que está dentro de mim.
Misschien nog geen. Met die auto ervoor erbij. Ja, bitterballen vind ik wel helemaal leuk. The anchorage in Noronha is not very protected. The swell from the northeast just comes in. So then you're very happy that you have a catamaran. We never had it before that boats completely disappeared when they were anchored just next to you. We were very happy with our mooring. It was a huge fat line meant for a 200-ton boat, so we were pretty safe on it. But we had to readjust our way of mooring it because it was destroying otherwise the rolling disc in the front. So we made a beautiful construction and then we were very safe. The good thing was we were moored at 25 meters depth and the waves were a lot more friendly out there than closer to the coast.
It's very eco-friendly and I don't know, but
Nunca digo não. Ouvindo a voz que vem do coração. Nunca digo não. Só digo sim a essa voz que está dentro de mim.
this is the buggy of Chaps. We have to be back in an hour, but well, I hope we are able to come back at all. It starts raining now, and the Rob is in the back singing. Take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia.
And then we celebrate our 25th anniversary. And we go for 2 nights in a very nice resort, luckily overlooking Greatcircle.
The table is being set, string is down.
Ela está em todas as coisas. Quando vejo a tarde cair e ela não está. You go, I will find you.
Noronha is a very beautiful island and we enjoyed celebrating this special day very much.
What we want to do is walk to the supermarket and then be picked up over there, but a couple of boats already left.
My rifle, my boat in Holland, needs a lot of work. It's in the water already.
Alors, grenade, c'est approximately 2000 miles. We're going to use the coordinates. Okay? One important thing.
Not the best weather. Joost will arrive today. We're supposed to pick him up with the buggy. Uploading the next episode as we're still in reach with Starlink. Well, we are in reach on the ocean as well, of course, but then we have to pay per gigabyte. Now it's completely flat, but there were waves rolling in 2-3 meters high. Weg is die. Zelfs het schip daarachter is allemaal weg nu.
We are so happy that Joost is back again on board.
It is Saturday morning, the 16th. Well, this brings back memories for the ones who saw our episode in Aruba. It's exactly the same boat that hit us, but then going 8 knots. So we put the lines further down. Now the last line is there. And we're gonna hoist the mainsail first. Our predecessor is next to us. Ultimair 55 Tension. Joost came back yesterday. It was not easy for him to get here as
temperature. In Belgium it was grey and raining, and here gritting the sun.
Yeah. But then your flight was cancelled first yesterday. Then a second flight had 3 hours delay. Fou de Basson and Nop Nop and Nino will leave today as well, and then Shamagi will be the only boat staying here until Sunday. Normally it's this size of boat, what's on the mooring, like the one where we are on. Well, not a lot of wind, between 7 and 10 mostly. We have to change the angle a lot to keep enough apparent speed. Keep the sail up. We're trying to escape a very big zone without wind that is building up. They all look kind of friendly still.
And we had to leave very quickly because we are going through the doldrums, and in the forecast the wind will be less and less and less. The later you leave, the less wind you will have in a very big area.
Hey, en caipirinha.
Although other models say that we have to go south first to the coast, we decide not to do it, and later on we are grateful for that. But it feels a little bit strange when you go against it.
Fly.
In the beginning we are very happy with some squalls because it gives some wind, mostly 20 knots. Later on we will regret chasing the squalls. We will try to avoid them.
We're chasing the showers, the squalls, to get a little bit of wind. Well, the whole morning has been really slow, well, at least since I woke up. What we're basically doing is we're looking for squalls and trying to get close to them in order to get some wind. The last couple of hours the wind went back to 2 knots. We have to go through the ITCZ, Intertropical Convergence Zone. That's the area where all the clouds and the thunderstorms basically are. But that's also the area where between the squalls there are large areas without any wind at all. Behind us there's a huge purple zone with even less wind as we are experiencing. We have about 80 miles to go to the equator if we would go due north. The rake is cooling down here in the hull.
In de airconditioning, maar dan moet je wel de deur dicht laten.
If you put it on eco and the fan a little bit lower, then it doesn't use that much power. We acquired a couple of MAPA targets on the radar to get an idea which direction the squall is actually moving. And this one already looks a little bit more scary. There are some mamaculates. We didn't want to have too much risk and filled in the Jennifer with the sonator. 29, 29 knots already. It goes pretty quickly from 2 knots of wind to 30 knots. Nou, hebben we het goed gedaan weer. Ik zag wat je bedoelde. Die rand zeg maar die er dan in zit. So the squall hunting is not super easy. You have to look outside as well and be able to judge what will happen. Impossible at night. On the radar we couldn't see any difference between the squalls giving 20 knots and the squall giving 30 knots. Outside you could see it.
Actually, on moments like this, you feel pretty much on your own in this big ocean. And then you're very happy that you're on a safe boat. And then suddenly the bilge pump went off. And there's an enormous amount of water here, Mark. How many liters do you think?
200?
200?
Yeah.
It's sweet water. So you have no idea where it came from.
It must have been from up there somewhere because there was water on the floor as well.
So we even used our big pump to get it out because the bilge pump is not enough for such an amount of water.
There's no new water coming in, I guess.
No, it's dry outside.
But it's dry outside, or?
Yeah, but there's another one coming. And at that moment we still didn't know that the worst still had to come.
Miles to go. There's a boat approaching us from the northern hemisphere. Yes, he is on the other side of the equator, 2 miles south. You can't really see the equator between us, or? Yeah. No flag post. There was a yellow buoy just a minute ago. Seems that we caught the wind earlier than expected, or at least earlier than most models expected. We're trying to get north of the 2-degree meridian, as there is no squall activity whatsoever, forecasted at least. It looks like that if you look at satellite pictures. We just had the World Championship of Speed Caipirinha making.
We can learn something from that in Brazil.
We had 2 minutes to go, about 2 minutes in terms of navigation. Very close to the equator in the meantime. Counting down from 13 now. 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Dan krijg je volgens mij zit niet wat u denkt. Hé, mijn oude jas. En die twee motten, die worden pas.
Somehow, when we cross the equator, it's always with a hammertje. Like last time, we went from Panama to the Galapagos, and Joost's son Thomas was with us. We're looking at this squall now. It was growing rapidly in the last hour. We think it's going to go in front of us. We might want to be sure, as there's a ship coming from the other side, straight at us. So we cannot fall if the wind is more than expected. The ship's already there on the horizon. The wind is turning and turning, which shouldn't be a problem to pass port to port. We're still not entirely sure about this. I think I'm gonna furl the Jennifer in. Just to be safe, we changed to the Solent and we were able to go 30 degrees higher up. We are passing the squall now on the backhand. Wouldn't have been a problem probably. Better safe than sorry. And now we are discussing whether or not to roll it out again or replace it by the code 0, as the wind is going to turn basically to what is now about 40, so northeast. And what does this one have to offer? It's again a very different one. It's long. Wait and see. At least we can handle up to 20 knots apparent now. The advantage of having the Solent up is that we can just steer a lot further up. So this squall was really gonna hit us and we managed to steer behind it. Well, that's a big one approaching us and we just filled out the code 0. But we still have plenty of space to fall. All kinds of trouble heading our way. I think the heaviest part will pass us again. There is a bit more wind coming our way. Somehow it got more massive anyway, so we did roll it in. Joost is throwing out the jib now again. It's at least safer, so we can go up again.
Then there is an enormous amount of water coming out of the sky.
Dat is die. Yeah. Well, look at that. One peak of 36 knots. There's only one hero on board. Last time he climbed in the mast right on the ocean, and now he's going to blow up his life vest.
Dat zou kunnen.
Okay.
We are very happy with this huge pump because we needed it. It's just not stopping. We found a place where the water doesn't disappear, and now we've put the pump in that place outside so that it doesn't go all the way into our hull.
Well, we can't get a lot wetter than we are already.
Have a light, then you can see better.
So they're checking now. The locker can get rid of all the water.
This is filling up, and that is filling up.
And can you see the hole? Where I'm shining now, it became that high, and then it was running to the right.
Okay.
We saw all the satellites that's above 2 degrees north, above 2 degrees north. This activity would mostly stop, so we're trying to go there as soon as we can. At the moment there's hardly any wind. This crossing is not yet over and will give us more surprises, and that will be in the next episode.